Ellie was healthy. I was sick and miserable a lot of the time, but other than that, it was like it should have been healthy, normal pregnancy. Every appointment, every checkup, everything was looking great. We're so excited to meet her. She was born a big, beautiful baby. She was 9 pounds, 2 ounces. At first, nothing really seemed wrong, except the fact that her fingernails were extremely long. It wasn't until the next day when she started getting blisters. There was a big one on her back, small ones around her hospital bands. We mentioned it during her first bath. I think it was the first one to notice it. I was really out of it after birth. We were told we could probably go home that day. She just needed to be looked over by the neonatologist. I'm going home that day. After her exam, she was brought down to the NICU. Her amazing doctor, I believe she knew right away what it was, but couldn't tell us exactly. She said it could be herpes or this awful disease that we had never heard of, so that would be epidermolysis bullosa. She told me not to Google it. Of course I did. I remember praying harder than ever that it was herpes. Jacob and I could get through marriage counseling. EB just sounded so unimaginable. Right away on the medicine that they would give babies for herpes. To rule that out, they ran some tests. Everything kept coming back fine. I knew deep down, looking back, I knew it was EB. For some reason, I just had a gut feeling. I just hoped maybe it was a milder form. She spent one night in that NICU, and then she was transferred the next day to CHKD, Children's Hospital, in the NICU. She was taken by ambulance, and I was not allowed to travel with her, so I left the hospital without my baby. They told me I could go see her after a few hours after her admission. She ended up spending 2 whole weeks at CHKD. Her oxygen levels kept dropping, and they were trying to figure out why, and I don't really know why. They say that sometimes that just happens. In those 2 weeks, Jacob and I were swabbed for DNA testing to confirm that she had EB, and that took, I want to say, about a week, which is relatively fast from what I hear. Yeah, about a week it was confirmed she had JEB, junctional epidermolysis bullosa. At this point, we were still not told what kind of EB she had, so there's junctional epidermolysis bullosa, and then there's 2 subtypes under that. 2 weeks, she went home with us, and we waited several weeks to get an appointment. After talking with someone from the EB community, she was the one to tell me that Ellie wasn't going to live, but I had to hear it from the doctor just to actually believe it, so it wasn't until 7 weeks old that I had my confirmation that Ellie was not going to live. Her dermatologist that specialized in EB